Hi YouTubers, it's Oldmansmoking. How's it going? Today I want to talk about snuff and things. Snuff is a good product when you can't smoke your pipe and it's inconvenient. You know, you can't smoke these days indoors in restaurants and stuff and supermarkets and cars, and snuff is a good product. I had an auntie who lived to about 90 and she smoked snuff all the time, and her preferred snuff was Best SP. You know, when you look for tobaccos for your pipe, you can't try every tobacco available, all the different flavours and stuff. And that's the same with snuff, really. You've got to pick a few, and if you like them, you stick to them. If you don't, you try something new. Now, I've tried 3 snuffs recently. I prefer the Wilson's of Sharrow, probably because my auntie used to like that snuff, and because I've had that in the past, but it's also readily available in EA Carey's, and they sell it quite cheaply, because snuff really, I think it's exempt some sort of tax or something, because it is really cheap, snuff. Anyway, I've tried 3 types. I've tried the Best SP. Now, there's a lot on the internet about what SP stands for. Spanish port, etc, etc. But you can look that up. I like the honey and menthol, and I've tried the crumbs of comfort. I no longer have the crumbs of comfort. I just have 2. When you have snuff, you've got to really work out where to put it in your pocket. Because the containers that come, the lids don't fit very well. So really, the containers that they come in is a dispenser, and you need something to put it in. Now, a snuff box can be quite expensive. I found the very best container for snuff is this. Let's have a look. These containers here come from if I can remember the name, it would help, wouldn't it? Lush products. Now, if you're going to Lush and you ask for a sample of something, they put it in one of these little pots. These pots come in 2 types, one with a screw-on lid and one with a push-on lid. You want the screw-on lid, so try to get a sample in a screw-on lid, and they work perfectly. And as you can see, the snuff sits in there, the lids just screw on, they sit in your pockets. You can hold quite a bit of snuff in one of those. So that gets rid of the problem with how to transport the snuff on a daily basis in your pocket. You go to Lush, you ask for a sample pot, and you ask for the sample pot so it's screw on rather than push on. I mean, obviously push on to get the lid off, your snuff's going to come out, but the screw on works really well. And I've got 2. Let's have a look at the 2 snuffs that I take now. Right, this is the history really of honey and menthol. Because of the stupid rules these days about not labelling things tobacco-wise with a name which is going to influence or attract 16-year-olds or below to smoking, honey and menthol went through a transition. It was called honey and menthol, then it was Be Cool, and then BM. How pathetic. It's honey and menthol, and it's a phenomenal snuff. And here's the best SP. The honey and menthol snuff is massive. It really is a phenomenal snuff. You get the nicotine of the tobacco in snuff mixed with a huge hit of menthol, and I find it really stimulating. The best SP is all tobacco, and you get a massive nicotine hit. To be honest, if I only had to have one snuff out of the two, it would be honey and menthol, really. It's really good. So that's snuff, really. I like two snuffs, best SP and honey and menthol, now called BM. I don't like a fancy snuff container for my pocket. I use these Lush sample pots. And I do like snuff every day, to be honest. At least once every day I like one snuff. Now let's move on to my rant. I get really rather sick of the government, to be honest, in different countries. Legalising cannabis, but making pipe tobacco very expensive or nearly impossible to get. I mean, what is this? Why legalise cannabis, which is an addictive drug? I know tobacco is addictive, but cannabis can cause psychiatric problems, while tobacco probably reverses those. It makes you calm, meditatory when you smoke the pipe, pleasant. In fact, a person on a cruise said to me that the speaker on criminology said that he'd never heard of anybody in big crime who smoked a pipe. I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, I think it's crazy. I think legalizing cannabis in certain countries and making pipe tobacco virtually impossible to get or terribly expensive is just crazy. I think it's a financial thing, to be honest. I think the governments are cashing in on cannabis and demonising tobacco. Moving on to vaping. I mean, vaping comes in all flavours. Surely that's attracting young people to take up vaping, which hasn't been proven to be if it's safe or not. And so why can't my snuff be called honey and menthol? And why can't my favourite tobacco from E.A. Carey's Desert Island Mix be called mixed coconut? You know, so if vaping can have flavours of vanilla and strawberry and stuff like that, attracting all these youngsters to vaping, which isn't being proved whether all those chemicals are safe when they inhale them, why can't my tobacco go back to being named honey and menthol and mixed coconut? Well, I don't think that's it. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else really. If you've not tried snuff, try it now. I think it's really great. And keep smoking. Bye.